Hi, and welcome to my channel. I style rooms in unexpected ways using my own artwork, and this one is under 6 minutes. I'm Liz, a watercolor surf artist and interior stylist, and one of the questions I get all the time about my artwork is, how do I hang it, or how do I style it? So today I'm going to show you how to style this piece in a different sort of modern slash retro slash Palm Beach kind of vibe for a dining room. You remember Magda from Something About Mary? Yeah, well, this would be her dining room. Now, I say this for every single one of my videos, but I never ever start with inspiration or a plan. Usually, I just kind of like dive into it and start searching around for inspiration. And I usually find inspiration in my favorite pieces, which are rugs and accent chairs. I purposely try not to find inspiration from my artwork because my artwork is coastal, and I want to show that just because your artwork is coastal doesn't mean that it has to go into a coastal themed home. Right now I'm online shopping, collecting ideas, looking for the perfect pieces or the most exciting pieces that I think might actually work in this space. I start off with the rugs. I spend way too much time with the rugs. There were just so many fun options that could potentially fit in this space. I had so many ideas floating around in my head for this dining room. I use Canva for all of these just because it's honestly just really quick and convenient, and they have this feature where you can remove the background from photos. It's just so simple. My process is to first start off online shopping, and I collect items here and there, and every time I come across something that I think is cool or I think that could potentially work in the space, I'll capture it, put it into Canva, open up a blank document, and I'll just start adding the pieces one by one, seeing if it fits together. I'll keep the pieces that I like, and I'll get rid of the pieces that just don't work, like this rug. This particular room is not my personal style. It's not what I usually go for. But this is what happens when I play around in Canva. I literally just go with the flow, and I find pieces that I think work well together. So it's not necessarily my personal style, but it still works, and it's still fun to experiment. Initially, I was going for a lighter color table just to match the frame of the artwork, but then I found that the table actually came in this darker color, and I thought it was more of a bold choice, so I went with that. So earlier when I said that I don't get inspiration from my paintings, or I try not to, at least when I'm playing around in Canva, that's different than pulling from the artwork, and I'll explain what I mean. So finding inspiration from the artwork would typically mean, oh, it's a coastal piece of artwork, so let's create a coastal themed dining room. And what I mean by pulling from the artwork is you're just, focusing on pieces in the artwork, not what style of art it is. So for example, this dining room, it has coastal elements. Like teal is a very coastal color. Pink, it can be very coastal. And the curtains, they're more tropical, I guess, than they are coastal, but still it's sort of the same thing. But my overall point is that this room isn't what you would typically see with coastal style art. And I want to show you that that's okay. In fact, it's better because it's different and it's unique. The other thing that I want to point out is the different tones of pink. And I get this question all the time from people. We see that there's a different variation of pink in the light, a different variation of pink in the curtains, and another variation of pink in the chairs, and even the artwork. But what I want to say about it is that it works. The pink, all the different variations of pink work because if you think about someone's hair, let's say, like take my hair for example, it's blonde. My hair isn't just one color. It has several different variations of blonde in it, so it creates depth and dimension. Same thing applies to decorating. I want to point out some more things about the overall color palette of this room. I just talked about all the different variations of pink. But I also want to mention the variation of the cooler tones, like the teal in the bar cart, the green in the curtains, and even the black table. They all work together to create balance and harmony. You can even say the same thing about the vase I just pulled, the floor, and the wall paint. And voila, we're finished. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is it. This is the completed room. I love how it turned out. And if you want to see me style any other type of room, just write it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out my other videos.